Ladies and gentlemen, happy Monday. We're back to the basics.
Back to the original.
The original cast.
The original cast.
Gosh, man, just me and you.
Two dudes with a mic.
Yeah, just two dudes, two mics, one white, one brown. It's not that interesting. You know what I mean? It's very equal. We might get a little loose with our facts. I don't know.
Yeah, we go back to, the OG where information was flowing.
Yeah, let's see how we are. You know what I mean? Wait, just so everyone knows, funny story, if you're new to group chat, we started group chat with Dee and I just
a week after
Complex Con.
Yeah.
Because we're like, hey, we could, just talk about, we have some inside info on this, how many people were shopping, what was really going on.
Yeah.
We started talking about anything we knew anything about, a lot of stuff we didn't know anything about.
Yeah.
And then Anand started talking shit, saying you guys are fake news, nothing you're saying is real. So we said, then come on, idiot. And now he's gone.
He's gone.
So now we get to make fun of him.
He's in Montana.
In Montana, dressed up in weird outfits?
Yeah, it was a Lil Nas X wedding.
Gosh, funny fact about Anand is he's been to more weddings than anybody.
Ever.
How does he have so many damn friends?
Here's the thing is, I think it's like once people know you're the guy or you're the couple that will come, like people know
That's
not
my
to
worst
invite
nightmare.
me.
I never want to be that guy.
He has a lot of friends, keeps in touch with everyone. Like there's, most of my high school friends I've abandoned.
Yeah.
Like a normal
I've
person.
Seen mine in a decade.
Yeah. College, except for the few people I live with, I've abandoned.
Yep.
And it's just like,
It's so much more peaceful.
it's nice.
Listen, if anyone out there is listening and we're kind of borderline friends, don't invite me.
Trust me, we don't want to go anywhere.
Don't bother. I'd rather not go, especially if you're traveling and wearing costumes. This guy's on horseback wearing weird costumes. And I saw today they were walking half an hour to try to watch some football. Yeah. Gosh, well, good for him. Well, there's a little history lesson in group chat, and we're going to take it all the way back to how group chat started today. It's just me and you, D.
Yep.
Let me tell you this. I had a really cool experience on Friday that I wanted to share with you.
Okay.
I was driving home from the office, and, beautiful day in LA, windows down, cruising. Pull up on Fairfax, pull up at a light.
Fairfax and what?
Roughly Fairfax and Melrose,
Okay.
right in the busy section. Mm-hmm. And I swear I hear like our voices. Like I swear I kind of at first like it catches my attention like, oh, is that my voice? Like it's somebody, I thought my phone, I was so confused.
Yeah.
Then I thought I heard you guys and I was so confused. And as I looked over, the guy next to me was turning down his radio and he's like, drama?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, what's up? He's like, I'm listening to group chat right now.
That's so crazy.
And it was just, some stranger that we don't know. It turns out his name's Alex. He hit us up in DM.
Yeah.
But I caught him. He turned his thing down just in time. He's like, man, I'm sorry. I'm so embarrassed.
That's awesome.
I love the show, blah, blah, blah.
That's how much Drake feel.
What?
That's how probably Drake feels, just driving everywhere.
Constantly. In an airport, everywhere he goes. He probably hates it. Gosh, yeah, it was cool though. It was cool to feel like Drake for a minute,
That was awesome. You know what's interesting is, I'm not joking, no matter wherever public setting I end up in, like airport, airplane, a game, or like today I was at the Beverly Hills Farmers Market.
Yeah.
I will inevitably, no one ever rarely people come up to me and talk to me or whatever. At Century City Mall recently, the guy with the sign from the marathon. He was like, I'm the dude with the sign from the marathon, which was awesome.
Yeah.
So he came up to me. But normally people don't really, they'll say whatever. Occasionally people will come up and say hi, like, oh, I listen to the pod.
Yeah.
But inevitably what happens is 2 hours later, I'll get a DM saying, hey, I saw you at, today someone was running and got the Hoka shoes that I run in because I had recommended it.
Yeah.
And funnier, last Sunday, I think we had dinner with Anna and Amanda, his kid, and our kid at a restaurant near the Beverly Center. So I told my wife, just go home. Instead of me going all the way home and coming back, I'm just going to take a scooter to the office right now. So I'm flying, a few tequilas in, and inevitably I get home and a woman that listens to the podcast, she's like, I saw you flying by in a scooter.
It's so crazy when that happens. Number one, imagine just you're a fan of the pod, you look out and there's D slightly buzzed flying down the street. But it's so funny when that happens. Like
Yeah.
I remember when that started happening like early in TV days.
Yeah, of course.
And like it's so like cool, but it also feels kind of like creepy because you're like
but
people see you, but you don't see them type of thing.
I think also for you, I was with you. People always came up to you.
Yeah.
I don't like for the most part. Rarely, unless it's just like something.
But you know, sometimes you get photos, you check your tagged photos, and it's like you eating a taco.
Yeah.
And from like across the restaurant, you're like, I didn't even see that. Yeah. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
But let me just say this, Kathy's, if you're out there, if you ever see us drunk birding down La Cienega,
Say what's up.
Say what's up.
Yeah.
Just holler at us.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I think when you build something like this from scratch, which started as me and you talking shit about, not talking shit, but recapping Complex Con.
Yeah.
To like pulling up next to someone listening to it in the car or people recognizing you, whatever, like it's pretty cool.
Like when I run, because we have such a big presence of running.
Yeah.
Almost every single time someone will come up to like literally yell my name or like, say, I saw you pushing a stroller up Sunset.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Well, look, the process, it's all coming together.
Yeah.
You ready for some news?
Yes.
Let's jump first into the biggest, all things technology and business that everyone needs to be ready for on this beautiful Monday morning. First things first, Felicity Huffman looks like she got sentenced. And I'm shocked that she's doing any jail time.
I know people are making fun of what her fine, I think the fine was like 30 grand.
Yeah. It was like 14 days in jail or something.
But she's going to jail.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't care.
It is something, feel free to make fun of it.
Yeah.
But I'm surprised she's going to actually be behind bars.
They're locking her ass up and putting her in jail. It is, to me, a big win. So Vanity Fair did an article, which was incredibly well written about, they said, Felicity Huffman got punished, and in my opinion, fairly. And the counter to that, so the one case everyone's bringing up is a woman, an African-American woman that changed her address to get her kid into a school.
Yep.
And I think, I don't know exact details of the story, similar, trying to get her kid into a school. And she got sentenced to 12 years.
That's real?
Yes. So
she changed her frickin' address?
Yeah, so it's I don't know all the details of it, so I'm not going to speak on it. But I know it was address driven, and I don't know what else. Maybe it's considered mail fraud. I don't know what
Unless she changed her address and murdered a person. I don't think it matters.
So people are comparing it to saying Felicity Huffman should have gotten more. I think Felicity Huffman actually got the right punishment. Okay. The other woman got the wrong punishment.
Well, that's true. That is one thing that like people have to be like, people are such in like burn it down mentality.
Yeah. Just
because one person was done terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean everyone should be done a little wrong.
Yeah.
And that's going to make it better.
She's a convicted felon.
But I say give her a quarter. Give her 3 months.
3 months.
Yeah. You need to spend spring in jail.
Yeah. I mean, and the thing is like, you got Lori Loughlin coming up.
Yeah.
She's still fighting it.
She must be tripping balls.
Because
imagine. She's up for sure. Like, okay.
Because Felicity Huffman's crime is that she gave the SAT tutor to change the answers.
That's what she actually got charged with?
Yes.
That's it?
Do you know how many people I know that cheated on the SATs? I know so many people that cheated on the SATs.
Well, if you're talking about just cheating on the SATs, yeah, everyone?
Yeah, I mean,
everyone but the 3 smart kids? You cheated your whole damn way through college and you admitted openly.
Yeah, openly admitted.
Did you almost not get your diploma?
No, I got my. That was in high
threatened?
school.
Oh,
high school, I almost didn't get my diploma, and I had amazing grades.
When did you cheat off Lily?
That was college.
Okay, but you almost You almost couldn't walk across stage at your high school graduation.
Yes, because I called what if you were to say these words today?
Yeah,
I would be canceled.
Yeah, you're locked up. Okay, so hers was only that, and then is Lori Loughlin actually bribery? Like, who got charged with the bribery?
She did.
Who?
I mean, Lori Loughlin.
But you said Felicity only got charged with cheating on SAT.
Yeah, changing the scores.
So does that mean that?
I don't know how court views it. Is what Lori Loughlin did worse?
Bribery's got to be worse. Cheating on one test versus buying your way into a whole thing?
Yeah, I don't know.
Lock her up. She's getting a season. Give her spring.
Lori
not spending spring
Loughlin
in Beverly Hills this year.
getting locked up in jail is crazy. Because like no
She's
one really
gone.
knows who Felicity Huffman is. Does
Doesn't
anyone know
matter.
who she is?
Does not matter.
I mean, I
No.
watched Desperate Housewives. That's what she was on, right?
A lot of people, I don't know. A lot of people know who she is, I'm sure, but not our demographic.
Yeah.
But either way,
Oh yeah, she's the woman from Desperate Housewives.
well, listen. I'm good. I mean, give her some time. I'm happy about it. I do think she deserved a little more, but whatever. I'm not going to
Yeah.
complain. I'm shocked she's actually spending one night in a jail cell. I'm happy with this.
Yeah, I think it's a win. I think the other woman should just be freed. Kim Kardashian, get on the case, free the other woman.
Is she currently in jail? Prison?
Yeah. I think what the real problem with the court system today is we're complaining about a lot of these white collar criminals that are getting off easy.
Yep.
I think the bigger issue is that a lot of minorities got thrown in jail for bullshit ass crimes.
Yeah.
And there's just an endless list of them.
Yeah.
Let's just release all those people. There's no point.
Big time.
Who cares they committed? Do you know how many people in Beverly Hills are putting their address so their kids can go to public school in Beverly Hills?
Do you know how many people are putting their address so their taxes are half the cost? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I live in Miami.
Yeah, exactly. There's so many people committing way bigger crimes.
God.
Like, let's just release all these people out of jail.
Deal. Okay. If group chat were president,
That's the first thing I would do.
first thing we do is call Kim Kardashian.
Any cheaters, you're out.
You're out. Especially if you get weed. Especially
Yeah.
weed.
Cannabis, they should just release everybody.
Everybody. Okay. Next up, bad news for GM. It looks like the Auto Workers Union is planning a strike at midnight tonight.
Yeah, it was technically Sunday morning,
Yeah.
12:01.
Yeah.
So some people strike, some people didn't. It's still very unclear of who actually I mean, I'm assuming they're not working on a Sunday. So
Well, sure. I'm striking too.
yeah, so Monday it'll be the true test.
Yeah.
Do people show up to work? And their argument is this is why there's a reason for unions. The union is claiming that not claiming, it's true. GM has made record profits the last 3 years and are demanding an $8,000 per member bonus be given and then other payment kind of issues to be addressed and benefit issues. And GM is saying no. Then I start reading this a little bit further. So I was curious. I'm like, how much do these people make? The GM put out a statement saying the average hourly salaried employee at GM makes $90,000 a year
Average?
without benefits. Plus benefits still.
Yeah.
That's average.
That's pretty damn good.
I mean,
I don't know, man. I'm
like,
having
do you have to have a
hard
college
time.
diploma to work at GM?
No.
No, you don't, right? Okay, so think about how many idiots are moving to LA to like make it, aka Pete.
Yeah. I'm going home.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a waste
Yeah,
of time.
Pete's out of here, man. How are we going to keep a podcast engineer or a video guy?
but it's why like the people that understand the power of domestic manufacturing and why it probably doesn't work.
You know how rich I would be at 90 grand?
90
back there?
grand?
Rich,
I would be
especially if you
filthy
live
rich.
there?
I'd have like 4 cars.
Yeah.
We have
You'd
4
have a lot
houses.
House. Yeah, I would have probably 10-acre
Oh my
lot.
gosh, and that's average.
Yes. So I understand GM's challenge, which is like, how do we make cars in this country when you're paying the average employee $90,000 a year? And then I understand the union's plight where like, these guys still made record profits. Why not pay us?
I don't know though, man. I have a hard time with that.
Which
Unless
part?
there's information we don't know, which full disclaimer, there might be.
Yeah.
$90,000 just because a company is so well ran
Yeah.
that you're crushing it. Yeah, I could understand if it was just average was 50,000 or
Yeah.
something. I have a hard time saying that just because you made these record profits, you have to raise it.
So there's similar things happening at Microsoft where there's this anonymous Excel sheet going around where they're asking employees to put their position and how much money they make.
At where? Sorry.
Microsoft.
Okay.
And it's circulating all over Microsoft, and it's all over the internet now. And it's salaries ranging from like 40,000 to 300,000+. It's like a big range, but same. The employees are saying Microsoft is the most valuable company in the world.
Yeah.
We need to get paid accordingly.
But here's my question: like, oh gosh, at the risk of a very bad comparison here, if the average price of a brick
yeah.
is 5 cents, you can use those bricks to build a pile of bricks, which is worth nothing, or you can use those bricks to build a beautiful building that's worth millions of dollars. The price of the brick shouldn't change. If the going rate for that
I have
job,
no idea what you're saying.
you don't at all.
No. I mean, Pete's not the
Seriously?
smartest, so if he can't figure
I'm
it
saying if the going rate for an engineer
Okay.
in this field is this.
the brick is the engineer.
Yes.
Okay.
And just because you piece them together
Got it.
better
Yeah.
and make a better outcome,
I get it.
you now pay more for the bricks. Now
Yes.
the person who built the building should pay more for the bricks than the person who built a pile of bricks. That's how much a brick costs.
Yeah.
Because it also messes up the entire rest of the industry.
They don't even build homes in California with brick.
God damn it, D. That's not the point.
Maybe in Michigan.
My point is a 2x4. How about that? My point is that I don't know. Unless somebody tells it to me a different way, which I'm willing to be wrong. I don't see why now. If GM is paying their car guys $250,000 for a $90,000 job, how's anyone else going to keep an employee?
Yeah, I think the bigger issue is the job market is so hot, and there is actually a challenge for people to fill positions with quality people. And I think employees realize that, or people that organize employees realize that, and they're taking advantage in places like Microsoft and GM. And as a business owner, I'm gonna side with GM and Microsoft on this one, and I'm a socialist. But like this, like you said, like the brick analogy.
Thank you. Incredible analogy, might I add.
But
I'm not saying that there shouldn't be some sort of thing that says, look, you did make $34 billion. Something should be done there.
Yeah, so I would argue if you start looking at Microsoft's average salaried employee, it probably leans on the higher side of the spectrum. And GM clearly, nobody in fashion makes $90,000 a year.
No.
You're a senior person in fashion in LA to make $90,000. You could be Pete can roll up to GM right now and make 90.
Yeah, don't. Shh.
Oh, I bet I was 150 there. You think?
He could be a
white
120.
guy with a college degree.
Pete's
from
a pretty
Wisconsin.
strong guy. That's
Burly.
an extra $20K.
Yeah, size matters.
Yeah. Damn it, man. I don't know. I would like to hear more info on it. I'm not saying that it's okay to just stash away $34 billion and whatever. Sure, maybe there should be some tax thing or whatever, but I don't know that the answer is that.
If I am an American worker at one of these companies like GM that is union powered and is doing well, let me tell you what I would do. Shut the fuck up and do your job.
But here's the thing.
Like shut up and dribble. This is the perfect example.
Yeah, shut up
do
and
not
weld or whatever.
If GM thinks this is all a headache, they're just going to go to Mexico. They're just going to go to China. They're going to go to other countries, and then all these jobs are going to be gone. Like $90,000. I'm sorry, it's just a lot of money.
And it's also just that I don't believe that same person could go to another company and that company will now make $34 billion. Unfortunately, it's not in the single employee.
No.
It's in how you piece them all together.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll see. But 90,000, I have trouble feeling bad here. I don't feel bad for 90,000 or 14 days in jail. So our first two stories have no empathy. Next up, looks like this one, I guess, falls perfectly into technology and business because it's about a career choice for people who aren't able to make $90,000 at a nice job and are forced to sell their body on the internet.
Ooh.
It looks like these platforms like FaceCentro and Snapchat and Patreon are becoming, so this has been happening for a while, but it's really now this like kind of normal in some areas. They're becoming these like private subscription platforms for models.
Private fuck parties.
Private F parties who are mostly like doing strip shows and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like this weird new age form of porn.
Yes.
So it's been happening for a while, but now it's like I said, it's big. It's a lot of people are doing it. It's a very well-known route you can take. And there's this article about it on CNBC about a girl. Talks about a girl getting her first subscriber for $10 a month and how exciting it is for her, and it's really interesting. The life of a Snapchat porn star.
So she uses a particular service called OnlyFans. There's a number of them that do this. Then she also on Snapchat charges $12 a month. So on OnlyFans she charges $10 a month.
So better content on Snapchat. I'm guessing.
Snapchat, or it's a one-time lifetime fee of $35. So she doesn't do her math that well, or she has very low retention.
Or maybe not plans to do this very long.
Yes. And she makes $500 to $1,000 a month. So she's someone that should consider going to GM.
Yeah, man.
It's just not working.
She needs to strike.
Like, so there's this whole universe of creators, and it looks like it's leaning in the sex world.
It's big time sex world.
Yeah, and it's not.
What else are you gonna do?
Yeah, and like
motivational talks. For
mean,
$10 a month, I'll wake you up every morning with a good motivational speech.
So ultimately, Snapchat seems to be a big winner of this, because I was trying to think, like, how are people monetizing on Snapchat? So these private Snapchat accounts are being powered by these types of services like FanCentro, and the FanCentro is something that is an amazing platform for subscriptions. So you can do monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, annual, and then they have a nice little dashboard. The porn creator has a nice porn dashboard, and then this particular company takes 25%, and they currently have 15,000 active models that are using FanCentro for their mainly Snapchat, where they're
Stripping.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really know what to say here. I guess, to be honest.
But is this only going to be a sex thing? Like, do you see it working in any other capacity? They're saying people in fitness.
We should try a group chat one where every day we give you a little piece of news.
How much are we charging?
Biggest story of the day. It's $10 a month. Nah, her tits are $10 a month.
Yeah.
It's $5. It's $5.
Yeah.
It's not worth the same as her entire body. Okay, $5 a month.
Yeah.
You get one every weekday. One of us tells you the biggest story of the day.
You could put it on the discovery page, essentially.
What's that mean?
Of like Snapchat has the same thing as Instagram. It's a discovery page.
But you can
when
pay
you go
for
to the
it.
stories. But yeah, you could have a section where it requires you to pay, and then you would just go through it. And then
But
if you
what-
had paid, it would show up on top because you have paid then.
I think we would make a few $100s a month.
Oh
Well,
yeah, I mean
not-
that's just how you
not
could
real
do
money.
it. I'm saying, but
Not real money is my point. Like, I don't think thousands of people would sign up for it.
no.
No, you're right. I completely agree. I guess stripping is it.
But people
It's
just
made for
like
stripping though, because think about like
People want the connection.
people want the like, oh my God, she filmed it on her cell phone for me. It feels like it's for me.
Yeah.
But they
How
all-
many of these are you signed up to, Pete?
Yeah,
like
Pete.
3 or 4. But
3 or 4, got it.
I'm not making that much money to describe
But
everybody.
is it like actual nudity?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's
Oh, okay.
why
I
it's
didn't
private.
know.
It's the full thing.
Okay.
But let me ask you this, Pete. Do you like you sign up on like Patreon or whatever, and then you get some sort of what do you get that allows
password?
you access to a Snapchat?
Well, when it's a private snap, you can't see anything that they post. So either sending and receiving, and then seeing their story.
Oh, so
when
they
it's
accept
private.
you. So they see that
So
this
celebrities
account
are
paid.
public. So most celebrities are public, which means that you can access them without even being friends.
So they only accept your request
Correct.
if you paid.
Yeah, that right. So you probably put your username or
You
something
put your
in
username and
when you
say-
sign up, and then once that all goes through, you get approved.
Dicky Sticks 26.
Dicky
Dicky
Sticks 69.
Yeah. Pete, porno Pete.
Porno Pete. Hey, keep it.
Yeah. Pete's Peter 69.
Just give all my secrets away. My mom listens to this.
Sorry, Mom. Sorry. All of our parents are pissed. Whatever. I mean, good for Snapchat, man. At least something's working. It doesn't surprise me.
If this is something that hundreds of thousands of people are doing, using it for, I believe in Snapchat then. Like
But this could go anywhere.
It could.
It could go right to Instagram. It's the same exact thing. Instagram, you can do private.
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's true. I wonder why Snapchat. Maybe because are there looser guidelines? But if you're private on Instagram and you just post smut all day,
No, they'll delete it.
they'll delete it.
But there's also
Snapchat just doesn't give a shit. They know they're a sexting app at the core. That's what they
Yeah.
always were.
Because I don't see any risque stuff on Instagram. Maybe I'm not looking for it, but like I don't
No, it's
see
on
it.
Twitter.
Twitter, I
Twitter's
definitely see a lot of
awful.
crazy racist.
Twitter's full
like,
on porn though.
Yeah.
I watched a guy get his head chopped off the other day on Twitter.
Jesus. Twitter is no rules.
Yeah.
Instagram, they don't. They pull stuff down and ban people.
Yeah.
For like.
I mean, you use a song wrong, Instagram pulls you down.
Yeah.
Instagram's like the cops.
Yeah, they're the feds. Yeah, they're snitches. Okay. Well, listen. I don't know. I would suggest working at GM, Kathy's,
Dolly.
but if that doesn't
Her
work
name's
out,
Dolly.
well, I'm saying to our Kathy's.
Kathy.
I'm just saying maybe GM is a better option.
Yeah.
If not,
They said 10 creators are making over $1 million. But are they full on showing sex? Oh, they actually.
Dude, some of them I think do. Like,
They'll show
go that
think-
far.
anything for $1 million bucks.
Some whack
$1 million,
shit out there.
you better be showing some
You
crazy
better be
things.
doing
I don't think you have $1 million nipples. You know what I mean? I think you're going quite a bit further.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Next up, let's get back into some real issues. It looks like the Saudi stock market
No,
is having,
Saudi oil.
well, but not the whole stock market.
Well,
I thought
stock
the whole stock
market-
market took a little dip.
Yeah.
Okay, so the whole stock market took a couple of percent dip. Oil is getting crushed. The reason why is there was a drone strike on a Saudi oil refinery
Yeah.
that I didn't even know about. So of course, when I first saw a drone strike, I thought we did it.
Yeah.
But then I thought we were cool with Saudi Arabia. So it looks like maybe Iran? What's going on?
So the U.S. is suspecting Iran. This oil facility can produce up to 7 million barrels per day. And I think it says 5% of the world's oil production is done through this oil field. That was a number that I was hearing. And so it's a very, very important kind of facility for crude oil.
Yeah.
So the stock market took a huge dump Monday in Saudi Arabia. And then crude oil went up the most it's ever gone up, ever, a barrel in one day, $12. And so that's a significant impact on gas prices.
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia is saying that oil production should go back to normal pretty quickly. So we'll have to see. The drone strike is still unclear on who did it. So that's really the big discussion right now is
But who else would it even be?
dude, it could just be people fucking with the world. That's imagine if you're conspiracy.
But who's got a goddamn drone?
Everyone has a drone. Chad had a drone.
That's a different type of drone. The Chad's drone is not striking shit.
But everyone has drones.
Oh,
Every
man.
schmuck I see has a drone.
It's not the same
I know.
thing.
I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that there are a lot of people to gain from doing this.
Who? It
Other
seems like
oil
just like
producers,
the Taliban.
other oil producing countries, people that want to disrupt oil, people that are betting on the price of oil. I mean, Saudi Arabia could have done it just to fucking increase crude oil. Donald Trump is full on very supportive of Saudi Arabia, so he's said he's going to find the people that did this and are just waiting on the word from Saudi Arabia to attack.
Jeez.
This could be
Way to go, Don. You're going to... In the middle of all this shit...
But here's the thing. It's it's pretty crazy how in today's... here we go. We have a drone strike, right? It is so hard to figure out who did a drone strike.
I know. How do you figure that out?
Yeah, all the... You I don't even understand. That's why, if they're saying Iran did it, are you just saying that because we know as America, we'd be yeah, fuck it, bomb Iran.
Yeah, I don't trust that either.
Yeah, that's my problem. I don't. I need it's the same reasons when we went to war after 9/11 and they said there was weapons of mass destruction.
Yeah.
And oh, by the way, there wasn't.
Yeah.
And we just pillaged Iraq, and
Yep.
thousands of American lives got lost. So it's what is going on here? I just don't believe people just go drone strike
Yeah.
oil facilities.
Who knows, man? I mean, it's the area where I have probably the least amount of knowledge.
Yeah.
But I just don't like it for general global. It seems like everything is so crazy.
Yeah, I mean, like Russians could have done it. Anyone could have done it. And then it's just convenient because we want to pick a fight with Iran right now.
Yeah, I say they literally Saudi could have bombed their own thing and said, hey, Donald, Iran did it.
Yeah.
We have proof.
Yeah.
It's on Twitter. Bam.
I hit up our Patreon for $5.
Huge missile. Yeah, watch us bomb Iran live on Snapchat for $10 a month. Jeez. Okay. It's time to have a moment of silence.
Okay.
There it was. Movie Pass. Rest in peace.
It's gone, huh?
They tried, man. They tried. It was an office favorite.
Yeah.
Our office loved Movie Pass.
They milked it. They milked it.
They're the reason it didn't work because they really used every feature it gave you.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, ultimately, what Movie Pass did, I think, is wake up the entire movie industry.
Yeah.
It's an interesting opportunity that has been created. And I think what people don't realize when something like this fails, because people are just bashing them if they failed, the failure wasn't that the consumer didn't want it. The failure was just the economics at this time didn't make sense.
Yeah.
And someone will figure it out. This is a clearly knowing that less and less people are going to go to movies in the future.
Yeah.
You better figure this shit out.
Didn't AMC adopt some sort of program like that?
So they have their subscription. We haven't gotten much data out of that recently to see how it's doing. But my guess is, like, if you're a diehard moviegoer.
Is there a name in business for when you're like the sacrificial idea? Like Napster? Like, remember in Social Network when they're like, yeah, but Napster didn't work. And he's like, do you want to invest in a Tower Records? Like, it's because of Napster that iTunes exists.
Exactly.
Right? Like, is there a name for that?
Lost leader.
Sean Parker?
Justin Timberlake.
It's just called Timberlake. When you Timberlake yourself. All right, well, listen, it's going to work for someone, but it was a Movie Pass.
Yeah.
So thanks for the idea. Thanks for the memories.
Yeah.
We'll see you.
And those of you who saw 26 movies a month.
Thanks to everyone who literally watched 48 movies.
What's going on with ClassPass? Haven't heard about that lately.
People still use it.
Really?
Yeah. I know people still use it.
Okay.
So it must be somehow surviving.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this one? You're going to love this. And man, history was not nice to me on the Peloton story. So Peloton is preparing for their IPO this week.
They're on the road show this week.
Got it. So when does that mean that they'll actually go out?
It could happen soon. And we don't know.
Like within a week?
It could this week, next week. It could happen really fast.
Okay, so other than, generally their valuation being way too high, they have other problems. They're getting sued out the ass for just straight up stealing music.
Yeah.
They've been sued by Taylor Swift, someone else.
All the music publishers.
So another huge publisher, another huge artist, but then like now they found out like, oh, you just stole everyone's music.
Yeah.
So they've stolen like massive, massive records that were playing in the background of these, classes that you watch, and just never even bothered to clear them or pay for it. And now they're just getting sued for $300 million like left and right.
Originally, the lawsuit was $150 million. And now, as they kind of dug into more, they found thousands of more songs still illegally used. This is so reckless. And everyone's like, oh, it's no big deal. They're suing them for $300 million, okay? This company does not make an ounce of profit. They lost some obscene amount of money last year. They're about to go public. Great timing for the lawsuit for the music publishers, because you're going to have to settle this.
Yep.
I don't know what that check looks like. 300 million is probably on the high side.
Yeah.
But you're going to have to write a check. And then these costs were never included in their business model.
No. Plus, I have to believe when you're going out to a public market, you just look stupid.
Yeah.
You just look incompetent. So somebody that it seems like, from everything I can gather, it looks like their stock's going to take a dive anyway. Any bit of bad press isn't good right now.
And I think, a lot of these disruptive companies were able to grow and succeed because they had cash from investors, but they also didn't play by the rules completely. And you even see that now, like in California, which I don't know if we talked about, the whole like gig economy, the way that the Postmate and Uber and Lyft drivers were all being classified, they're all independent contractors. Now they're asking them the bill is getting passed to classify them as employees.
Yeah.
And that is such a big difference in cost. And reporters are saying that could affect a company like Uber's costs by 20%.
On a business that already doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so you take Lyft, Uber, Postmates, you think about all those companies that rely on the gig economy,
Yeah.
gig might be up.
The gig is up. That's a good one. Damn it, man. Okay.
And all these people are struggling to be Uber drivers. You should go work at GM.
I'm telling you, man.
Everyone should go to GM.
All the benefits. You know what I mean?
I guarantee you they have a great pension, great health benefits.
Okay. All right, well, guess what time it is? It's time to pay for our health benefits and our future lawsuits. Run the ads. Okay, we're back. Only one story today in politics that I want to talk about. Oh, gosh. I don't even know how to really approach this.
You like beer?
You like beer? I like beer. It looks like the frickin' Democrats are back up to the plate calling for Brett Kavanaugh to be impeached. Mm-hmm. You can tell us why. You know the details better than I do. I can't help but feel like we're focused on the wrong shit here.
There was an article in the opinion section of the New York Times by a reporter who has a book coming out regarding the Kavanaugh nomination. And apparently in the book, Kavanaugh exposed himself to a woman named Deborah Ramirez, a classmate at Yale.
Quick question. Debbie, where the fuck were you when all this shit was in the news?
So apparently in the days leading up to the Kavanaugh hearings, they were communicating, but it just, whatever reason, never came front.
That's garbage. What, she wanted to sell a book?
Well, it's not her book. It's someone else's book.
Oh my gosh. And I'm sorry that might have sounded very insensitive. That like, oh, you're trying to sell a book and not. But I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
if you really want to get something done,
Yeah.
and you really think it's so awful, you gotta, like, I understand if you just wanted to be in private,
Yeah.
and you didn't want this story out in the press. But now it's out in the press anyway.
Yeah.
Where were you when we
Yeah.
needed you?
Yeah.
Now it's too late. This guy's not getting impeached.
No, he's not getting impeached. And it goes back to the same challenge I have with Democrats is let's stop talking impeachment because we're getting nowhere and it looks weak when you don't get it done. Because it just actually makes people who support those people more bold and empowered because they're like, you can't even impeach us. We could do anything.
Yeah.
They should be focused on putting the best candidate forward and making a change that way. It's just immature at this point. And unfortunately, it's too late. He's confirmed. Who is going to impeach him?
Nobody.
Nobody.
In a majority Republican, who even decides that? Sorry. For
I mean,
my
I would
ignorance.
assume the Senate would have something to, but they're not, it's a waste of time.
Yeah.
It's not like anyone cares. That's the problem.
Okay. Well, listen, man, I don't know. I just wish that we could never hear the word impeachment again until the election in 2020. Sure, if the guy wins again, just scream impeachment again.
Yeah.
Whatever, because now you're just lost. You got to wait it out 4 years. But like, stop. You're almost to the election.
Yeah.
Stop trying to impeach people.
Yeah. And you think Trump is going to ask him to step down?
Ugh. He's going to post about it tonight on Twitter.
Yeah, he already did. He's like, stop attacking a good man.
He did.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Okay.
Let him expose himself.
Come on, man.
Was Kavanaugh just whipping his dick out at Yale all the time?
Everywhere. That guy, you can tell by his face. He was wasted with his pants around his ankles more times than not.
Man. What is going on? That's pretty gnarly.
No. Yale in that year, come on. Act like you're not surprised someone's wasted on beer with their
This
dick
guy
out.
was wasted on beer in blackface whipping his dick out.
That's Yale,
Yeah.
circa whatever
Oh, yeah.
year that was. That's every frat house.
Yeah, that was every white guy from that era.
Every
probably.
Ivy League college frat house white guy had blackface and his dick out.
I'm sure USC did that too. Don't leave USC out
Yeah,
of
you're
it.
right. It's not just Ivy League. Okay. Okay, good news. Sports. We're hopping into some sports talk real quick. And there's really only one thing that matters. We're kind of in limbo on AB. Looks like he's playing.
He
And
caught a touchdown.
okay. So
And
all
they
right.
won by like 40 points today.
Yep, might as well just skip straight to the Super Bowl. So nothing really to talk about there. One thing I do want to talk about is Rob Gronkowski, says that he has fixed his CTE.
Unbelievable.
So I don't know what is a bigger sign of having CTE than saying you fixed your own CTE.
Yeah.
But that's what he's claiming.
He goes, it is fixable. I fixed mine. There are plenty of methods in this world that allow the brain to recover from severe damage. That is also why I would allow my kid to play football.
Sheesh.
So he's now the face of a CBD brand.
Yep.
He also is just had 20 concussions in his career.
Recorded.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? That number's probably 52.
So he's like out here saying like that he fixed his brain.
Yes. Yeah.
Is he just so like messed up that he actually believes that?
I think he's messed up, but I also think he's just Gronk. Like, that's why people love him.
So
He's
do you-
just like a caveman.
So people are just football fans love this.
Football fans absolutely love it.
They're just like, oh, fix your brain then. Gronk did it.
I mean, the NFL should give him money,
Yes.
low key, to go on a campaign about fixing his
Yes.
CTE. He loves football. He's just such a you know what I mean?
Like a dude.
Yeah, like you can't expect Rob Gronkowski, I don't think, to be like the most.
I'm sure Pete loves Rob Gronkowski.
Yeah, he's a guy's guy.
Yeah,
He's a guy's
loves
guy,
him,
man.
loves
Just
him.
smashing the beer on his head,
Just
whipping it out.
Just sexually assaulting people.
He made the 69 joke his like entire career.
His whole career was a 69 joke.
That was his number, right?
No, it wasn't.
No,
but
he
he
just-
just like in press conferences would constantly
yeah.
reference the number over.
I
and over.
remember I've seen him party, shirt off,
Yeah.
sweating like crazy.
Yeah, he's a
he's
shirt off guy.
He's
great.
definitely a shirt off guy.
He's great. As far as everything I know, sure you can treat and have positive benefits on brain injuries.
I would
and
love
on,
any
and on
doctor-
the sustaining effects.
Doctor that listens to.
Yeah, you can make things. I mean, for instance, the doctor that's on my podcast this week treats NFL athletes with terrible brain damage.
Did you already do the interview?
I already did the
I
interview.
wish you asked the.
I know.
You should actually reach
but
out.
I have seen the scans. We talked about it. So not CTE in particular, which is like the buildup of
Yeah.
proteins or whatever, calcium, whatever it is. But
Post concussion.
post concussion, I did a brain scan because I had a bad head injury. See if I have any remnants.
Did you fix your brain?
I have a little bit of remnants. I go back for another scan in like 3 months to see if I made progress.
Wow.
Yeah, but mine's super minor. Theirs looks
Yeah.
like holes in their brain like activity. So anyway, he showed me scans and with supplements and hyperbaric chambers and all these different things, you can absolutely make it healthier, but it still looks like a rehabilitated, injured brain, not curing your CTE.
That's interesting. I mean, I'd love from a doctor's perspective
I'll ask him. I'll text him.
to see. Speaking of another medical topic we had, I got a lot of feedback on the Smile Direct from Kathy's.
What'd you find?
A few people actually in dental school said that like the school itself does not speak highly of Smile Direct.
Oh.
And then another listener, I guess his sister is an orthodontist or a dentist for Smile Direct. And he just didn't explain it clearly, but he said it seems shady.
Like, what about it? Like,
I don't know. There's something about the dental community does not, maybe because it's disrupting it. I don't know. You got something, Pete?
Well, they were talking about how they screwed up with something in the dental association where they like screwed up and the dental association like it's
Doesn't
like
recommend
black,
it.
yeah, just like pushes against them. Apparently they messed up somewhere and the dental association just like hates them. So then they push the industry to do the same.
I don't know.
well, it worked.
My stock went down.
Yeah. I mean, whoever's fighting that fight is winning. Okay. All right. Well, let's jump into some good old-fashioned pop culture news.
Okay.
We got to talk about vaping. And by the way, we have a hot vaping newsletter going out today.
Yes, really, really, really well done, Taylor.
Gosh, man. So big vaping newsletter. Make sure you subscribe. Group-chat.com. Michael Bloomberg is saying that he will spend $160 million to ban e-cigs.
Yeah.
Now, seems aggressive. I don't quite understand why he's so passionate about it. But I guess it's good in the end.
Yeah, and for those who say, oh, why isn't he doing, he does everything, by the way. He's big on health, like everything from sugar to cigarettes.
Got it.
He's always, and gun rights, all those things.
Yeah.
He is always put his money where his mouth is type person. And he is putting it through his trust or his foundation, however it's structured. But like, there's a lot of money and a lot of power going against the vaping industry right now. Like,
it's over. It's over. Because it's too young. They caught it too young.
Yeah. They don't have enough clout yet.
I mean, just to minorly reference our newsletter, I don't want to make light of anyone dying.
Yeah.
But we're talking about a handful of people.
Yeah.
Up against these other things that have killed so many people.
Yeah.
And it already has this much negative attention.
So in your eyes that it's done, you're saying flavored tobacco is done. Vaping is not going anywhere.
I don't know, man. Because I also don't. I would have to, once again, I'd have to talk to a doctor about what is different.
You believe the entire vaping industry doesn't exist?
All vapes are flavored. That's what I don't get. Nobody is just inhaling smoke.
Rat poison.
Just pure rat poison and out. It's all has some sort of...
No, that's why it's probably good, right? Because
yeah, if you just inhaled weird nicotine vapor, that's stupid.
Yeah.
So the majority of it has a flavoring. Even if it's tobacco flavored, that's a flavor. So I don't know. I don't understand exactly, but I think also the negative effect, the perception of vaping is just getting so bad so quick. Last month, it was the coolest shit in the world.
Yeah.
You needed a Supreme Tea and a Juul.
And you're
That's all you needed. You fit in. Pair of Yeezys, a Juul, you're in there. Now it's literally like you're watching someone commit suicide. Like even me, when I watched someone on the way here, someone was walking down the street smoking a Juul, and I'm like, you just don't pay attention to like anything that's going on. But at the same time, it's just like people are smoking cigarettes. I don't even think that.
Yeah.
But it has such a negative. I don't know. But I just think it's dead. I think it's over.
Wow. Okay.
I don't think people are just going to.
People smoke cigs all day long.
I know, but it's because we couldn't beat it. But think about the impact we had on cigarettes.
Yeah,
like,
but it's still.
I mean, we took
how big of an industry is it still, though?
But what I'm saying is they're so big that it was hard to really like destroy, but it took quite a big hit. Vaping is still so like small compared to that industry and lobbyists and all. When you get into all that bullshit, I don't know if they'll be able to make it out of this. It's too early.
Honestly, it's the flavors. Because like if cigarettes had mango,
oh, I'd be a chain smoker.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know, but I just think it's like the way parents look at it, teachers look at it. It's going to be like demonized.
Yeah. Do old people Juul?
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
What are old? What's old?
Like a 55-year-old.
I bet, yeah.
55-year-old
Yeah,
I
Juul.
mean, those are the
sure.
ones that are
Smoking
jumping, actually using it to get off cigs.
Yeah, for sure. That happened a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think necessarily to like fit in.
I saw a Juul commercial the other day.
On TV?
Yeah, on TV. I saw one. It was just like a healthy alternative.
Oh my God.
Like, get off of smoking.
Jeez.
And I was
Not
like,
for
wow.
long, man. Not for long. Okay, Pete, I'm glad you're so active in this episode because we actually have a news story about two of your cousins. It looks like these two...
They called me the other night from jail.
They did, huh? Yeah. These two... Man, I'm just telling you, I think you missed out on all the opportunities because GM has $90,000 a year, and back in your home state of Wisconsin, these two brothers... were apparently like the Breaking Bad of THC pods. And these guys just had like illegal THC oil coming out the wazoo.
Tyler and Jacob, 20 and 23 years old.
Those are your friends.
Yeah, right.
Bristol,
right,
Wisconsin. Where's that?
No idea.
Okay.
Probably north.
Sure you don't. Tell your old friends Tyler and Jacob.
And they were selling... THC laced liquid used for vaping. And what was found when the police showed up was They thought they were gonna get crystal meth or cocaine or fentanyl. Instead, they find 98,000 cartridges.
In their house?
And then 57 mason jars nearby contained a substance that resembled dark honey, which was the THC laced liquid. And they were just black market THC liquid for vape cartridges. And this is where I think, in my opinion, where the marijuana vape industry is having challenges, because I think there's so many people purchasing like bullshit ass cartridges that aren't being processed correctly. And God knows what Tyler and Jacob are doing.
Oh, man.
Dude, knuckleheads.
This is intense stuff.
They could do anything.
They're doing whatever. They're putting junk in there. And that's what I'm actually also curious. Obviously, we know vaping is bad for you, but the source of the product, because this is something that's common. I'm hearing a lot of people are selling weird vape cartridges all over in regular nicotine land and in THC land.
Yep.
I hear that all the time.
Yep.
I sell it on Amazon. I flip it to stores locally.
I sell it illegally out of my trunk.
Yes, it's just not regulated.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it's just-
you can just get around it.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else. Like you can sell weed like plant
Yeah.
still illegally. You can make this shit.
And this is in a state where marijuana is not legal. So,
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Do you think that this is also just the product of when something is so popular and widely accepted but still not legal? Like the reason why people aren't selling moonshine is because on every single corner is an alcohol place. Even in LA where it's now super legal, there's not, you know what I mean? Like it's still hard to come across a dispensary. Not hard, but they're not nearly
depends where
as
you
common.
live, yeah.
So my point is Wisconsin, it's now like weed and vaping and all that shit is so just accepted, but it's not, like if it was legal in Wisconsin and on every corner, this wouldn't exist.
Yeah.
And I think it's going in that direction.
Yeah.
But this is what happens in that middle zone.
I think I agree with that, but I still think there's an issue with the manufacturing of these cartridges, whether it be in the cannabis space or in the nicotine space. There seems to be a flaw because there's a lot of junk being put out into the market.
Yeah.
There needs to be like a stamp of, this is real nicotine or real cannabis.
Yeah.
I
don't think people care. I think if you live in Wisconsin and you're trying to get some THC,
it's like negative 43.
Yeah, you don't
You
give
have
a
your cheese
shit.
curds, and you're like, you know what, Tyler and Jacob, whatever you got for me today.
Yes. You don't give a shit about
Don't
that
give it
stamp.
such a bad
'cause
name.
You can't even get that stamp because it's not even legal.
Yeah.
So you're just going to take what you can get. I think it just shows what happens when something is so widely accepted that you allow this type of thing to happen.
Yeah.
I've tried both of these.
What? Tyler and Jacob's
No, but I
concoction?
haven't. I've tried like fake Juul weed cartridges and like third market like Juul pods as well. They both were sketchy.
But where'd you buy them?
One dude shipped it from Colorado, and the other one like my friend had. that
Like
he
what?
got-
FakeJuulPods.com?
Yeah, that it's like
Tyler
fake
and
Juul pods.
Jacob.net.
Yeah.
That's
Should be like
weird.
two of them, and they were like with THC inside of them. So
Wow.
they're dismantling these, putting their own juices
Yeah.
in there, and then putting them back together and reselling.
And it was garbage.
Yes, it was terrible.
But
It was, like,
if you
leaking and-
but you're spoiled now. You live in LA. You go to any
Right.
street and you can get the real thing.
But see,
Back in Wisconsin, you got to go over to Tyler and Jacob.
yeah, down the street in the house, the sketchy house.
Yeah.
They don't have these nice buildings.
Once this is just legal, which it inevitably will be, even if
Yeah.
it's 20 more years, and on every corner, this just won't happen anymore.
Okay.
How about this? Do you have a really personal question? Mm-hmm. You have a 2-year-old.
Yep.
Great kid.
Great guy.
What would you do if around 16 he confessed to you that he was gay?
What are you laughing at, Pete? I don't really care.
Okay, so you wouldn't.
As long as he's happy.
Okay. So right answer.
Yeah.
I was worried that you might say you'd send him to one of these like gay conversion therapy things.
Okay, got it.
Because they still do those.
Yep.
And some people still believe in them.
Yep.
In the most hilarious story maybe that we've ever covered,
Yeah.
this leader of one of the biggest conversion therapy places in South Carolina, the leader, the guy who runs it,
Yes.
has come out with a very special announcement.
Yeah.
He's
And?
gay. He's gay. He's freaking gay.
I don't even understand this.
It's just like, gosh darn it, man. You're number one, this gay conversion thing is the dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah.
I know
What
that
are they doing those? So you're the devil and shit?
I wish I knew.
I guarantee you that's what it is. It's
We
like
should- once we get to the right size, like as a network here,
Yeah.
as a media
Powerhouse.
we need to send some undercover cameras, like get Pete.
I will volunteer.
Yeah.
Like
If
if
you guys, this week, I'm just gonna go.
if Pete goes in
Yeah.
as gay with a secret camera, and we just see what they tell him.
You got to go to like a good state though, in the South.
South, they will literally beat it out of you. I think.
I'm pretty white, so
Yeah.
I should be good.
It doesn't
anyway.
matter. In
Should
the
be good
South,
anyway.
gay is like, we're going to get that out of you. That's the devil. But anyway, so this guy, I mean, there's one thing that you can't do. But I would say this. Whenever I look at these like super religious, even like Mike Pence, they just seem gay.
Yeah.
You know, it just seems like, why are you so anti-gay?
Yeah. It's
You
like the
gotta be
guy that
gay.
always talks about hooking up with girls.
Yeah, like outlandishly.
Yeah, like why do you talk like that?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. But this guy, there was one thing he couldn't do for his whole personal brand, and he did it.
Yeah.
And now he says it's very harmful. Conversion therapy is harmful. It's not good.
So he got converted, or I want to know his full story. Like there needs to be a movie about him. Like was he gay the whole time, and he was like, "Oh, this is good business. I'm just going to convert people." Or he
Maybe
just
he
like,
went in straight
he was
and then
hanging
he
out
met
with
some
gay people
hot
all
dude,
day,
yeah.
and he was like, "You know what? This doesn't look that bad."
You know what? Johnny
nice
doesn't look
people.
too- yeah. Yeah.
Can't beat him, join him.
Can't beat him. Yeah, you can't
Literally beat them.
make him straight. You go gay. Gosh, man. Okay, well, this story makes me really happy because I think these people are clowns. And I
Yes.
think that when you are fortunate enough to get this level of someone being exposed, it makes me really happy. Let's run a couple ads.
What kind of ads are we talking?
I don't know, man. It could be literally anything. What if
It's a conversion therapy ministry?
It could be, hey, feeling kind of gay? Head on down to
South Carolina.
South Carolina and whatever. Okay, let's get in some ads, then we'll get back to the news. Okay, we're back. We have we got to talk fashion. So let's rifle through some fashion news real quick before we get on out of here.
Great.
First up, Forever 21. I want to say I have started to become, over the last month, a real anti-Forever 21 guy.
Wow.
I think with the way that they've knocked people off and this Ariana Grande thing and now the bankruptcy stuff, I think that, it's time to go.
You're done with them.
I'm done with them, yeah. And it's good because it looks like they're planning to now close at least 100 doors.
Yeah.
So they still have not filed, right?
No, they haven't filed, and they're still denying that they're going bankrupt.
So they're just holding on by a thread.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what they're trying to prove at this point, but you guys are toast.
Toast.
Move on. 100 stores is big because their stores are huge. They're like department stores.
How do you know? Any idea? how
800
many?
stores, I think they said.
But still, when you're that bad, 100 isn't gonna. Just file. Just file.
I think, yeah, I mean, that's a lot of stores.
Okay, we'll see what happens. Mm-hmm. All right, let's talk about Madewell. Madewell is under J. Crew.
Yeah.
They're filing for an IPO, and it looks like as part of that, they're going to split from J. Crew. J. Crew is a brick, right?
Yeah, it's a pile.
It's just a pile. Okay, so Madewell's saying, hey, we're doing okay.
Leave us alone.
We're going to get out from under this sinking ship, and hopefully we can have some success on our own.
Similar to what Gap is doing with Old Navy. Like, you found your winner, we'll set it
Yep,
free.
yep.
And then the IPO will also give liquidity to J. Crew to hopefully fix their debt problems. But, like, it's crazy when you think about J. Crew. Like, I grew up wearing J. Crew. Like, the brand is just irrelevant.
The whole model is irrelevant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But
There's no
like-
price story, really.
Yeah, it's in the middle, which I think
Which
is
is the worst place to be.
Yeah, that's where Gap and J. Crew, I think, are losing big time.
The brand means nothing.
Nothing.
J. Crew should go full what's the super Republican brand?
Vineyard Vines. Yeah.
J. Crew should just say, fuck it, man. We're like super.
Vineyard Vines does it right though. They're good. They're like.
I'm just saying, J. Crew should start seeding some product to frickin' Ben Shapiro.
Yeah.
Get on the alt-right over there.
Yeah.
I guess he's not alt-right, but the right.
Yeah.
Because what else are you going to do?
Listen to Ben Shapiro now? You're really talking him up today.
I mentioned it twice.
Do you follow him on Twitter too?
No. I just saw him on a podcast. I saw him on Logan Paul's podcast.
Oh, wow.
I was like, what the hell is Logan Paul going to talk to Ben Shapiro about? And I watched it for like 20 minutes. It was good.
He's smart. He's
really
just
smart.
aggressive.
He's great for content. Like if we could get him on here, I would take it all day long.
Yeah.
He is incredible for content. He just...
You know what's...
And you know what he said? Sorry. They were like, well, let's try to humanize Ben Shapiro. How old were you when was your first kiss? And he's like, well, my first kiss was my wife, and I actually lost my virginity to my wife after we got married. And I'm like, all right, well, we can't humanize you. You're
you're a robot.
Weirdo. Yeah. Anyway, why don't you go try some conversion therapy? What were you about to say? I'm sorry.
I forgot. Oh, you know what? When 2-3 years ago, Menlo Club was buying podcast ads very aggressively, to the point where like I couldn't pick the pods anymore. They were just blanketing. I said, and then I see this code pop up, and I was like, wow, who's Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
This is 3 years ago. Crushing. And I was like, yeah, keep buying. I had no idea. Then I got a Twitter, and it goes, hey, I'm a longtime Menlo Club customer. I'm really surprised that you are aggressively advertising on Ben Shapiro. I'm like, why? And he goes, it didn't seem like, fit your kind of, who you are. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I went and listened, and I was like, oh, man, I had no idea.
Oh, like man. Yep. That's why you got to be careful when scaling a business. Holy cow. Yeah. Okay, well, anyway, that's what I think they should do, because the brand J. Crew means nothing, and the price is in a terrible range. Mm-hmm. But good for Madewell.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, another person in a similar Forever 21 and J. Crew type boat is Victoria's Secret. And I never really thought I'd be saying that, because they were one of the most well-done brands in that America has to offer. But they've had a lot of problems. Their perception, weight consciousness, all this inclusivity, all that stuff. On top of that, a little bit of a nail in the
skinny coffin.
In the skinny little coffin here is Rihanna has teamed up with Amazon, and she filmed a Rihanna Fenty runway show. And in my opinion, I would guess it's gonna just look like the new Guard.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be a real kick in the face to Victoria's Secret, who pulled their fashion show off of TV.
Yeah.
So brilliant in the sense of the same time those announcements are coming out, you're now doing one.
And you're doing it on Amazon Prime, which is huge.
And she's going to have the most diverse, and like Instagram is just going to go crazy about it.
And I like the idea of it living on a platform, like a streaming platform also.
Yeah.
Because I think with the Victoria's Secret fashion show, because moments aren't as big as they used to.
Yeah.
Like once that show aired and you didn't record it and it's on like some weird streaming website or like weird YouTube clips, like people are going to watch this fashion show for the next couple months, and it'll be like a very rewarding marketing experience for that brand.
Yeah.
The most interesting thing I think about this whole thing is that everyone is taking businesses like Victoria's Secret or like Gap and say, who's going to disrupt Victoria's Secret? The reality is it's going to be like 100 people are going to disrupt it.
Yeah.
I don't think there are going to be these mega businesses and mega brands anymore. And that's why when these companies that are venture backed and they're like Peloton's going to own fitness, no way.
Yeah.
Not everyone likes to cycle.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like people just don't. Like people aren't connected to one brand solely anymore, or the entire country isn't. So Rihanna fans who used to shop at Victoria's Secret for lingerie and underwear are just going to shop with Rihanna now.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean if another woman started, Kim Kardashian fans are going to shop at her thing. Yeah. And then Taylor Swift fans are going to shop at her thing. And there's going to be hundreds of brands like this. And that's how the world is going to work. And there's not going to be these mega brands anymore.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's fair to say that one person is going to disrupt anything.
Yeah.
I think it's just going to be...
It's just a better talking point. You
Yeah.
know, because we can't have a news headline that's which 13 to 17 brands are going to
disrupt
you know what I'm saying?
or slowly take a small piece of their business.
But I will say, like, there are those handful of brands like Nike and Apple and those people that are so dominant still. And I think Victoria's Secret was set up to be that.
Yeah.
And I think that when you start to fumble and you leave a crack in the door and now you have Rihanna and 50 other people
Yeah.
taking your spot, it crumbles fast, I think.
Yeah.
And then foot traffic's down, retail's down, you have all
Yeah.
these mall stores. It's just a bad combination.
And then your founder is best friends with Jeffrey Epstein.
That doesn't help either. And the other guy's hating on transgenders. So you guys have a tough road ahead of you.
good
You
luck.
Skinny little girls. Why don't you get some protein and get ready for a challenge? Okay. That's it. We did it. Guys, make sure you hit us up on Instagram at GroupChatPod. Make sure you subscribe to that newsletter, group-chat.com. Thank you so much. Have a good week.
Ciao.